Gabagool. Over here.
We have all probably heard of some odd-sounding menu item from our favorite fast food chains. Sometimes it turns out to be delicious, but other times it turns out to be something the world never, ever needed. There's no telling what weird things fast food restaurants might come up with. So here are just a few of those times when fast food restaurants went too far when trying to come up with unique menu items.
There is no God.
Carl's Jr. Most American Thickburger.
What's more American than a cheeseburger? This cheeseburger.
The Most American Thickburger from Carl's Jr. seems like it was created by someone who threw whatever they could find in their cupboard onto a hamburger and gave it a name. For those who may not have tried this burger, and for those who haven't heard of it before, let me break it down for you. The Most American Thickburger is a hamburger with the usual lettuce, ketchup, pickles, and other burger toppings, but with a few added items that you probably wouldn't have thought to put on a hamburger. The Most American Thickburger also comes with a hot dog split in two on top of the rest of the items inside the burger, along with Lay's kettle-cooked potato chips. You heard that right. It's a hamburger that has a hot dog and potato chips on it.
Footlong! Who's got the footlong?
This combination is strange and very unnecessary all around. The old saying of less is more seems to apply to this situation, with many customers commenting that the 3 different tastes of the hot dog, chips, and hamburger all in one proved to be too much for one sandwich. And who can blame them? While hot dogs, hamburgers, and chips can all be very tasty on their own, mixing all 3 together seems a tad ridiculous. All in all, this hamburger went too far and should never have been made an actual menu item available to the public.
There you are. Thought you could get away.
KFC Double Down Dog.
I got some dog food!
Sometimes fast food restaurants make some menu items that are more about trying to come up with a craze and make more money than they are about providing their customers with something reasonable to eat. KFC is no different. It all started with the original KFC Double Down sandwich, which was a sandwich that skipped the bread and replaced it with chicken instead. The original Double Down is 2 pieces of KFC's fried chicken with bacon, cheese, and sauce in between them. This item alone sounds over the top as is, but KFC didn't share that view. For them, it wasn't quite far enough. For those who aren't satisfied with chicken as the vehicle to get bacon and cheese in your mouth, you can step it up a notch with the Double Down Dog. This KFC menu item takes the regular version of the KFC Double Down and adds a hot dog in between the 2 pieces of fried chicken. As if eating nothing but fried chicken around cheese, sauce, and bacon wasn't enough, adding a hot dog to the combination really tips this KFC menu item over the edge to just completely unnecessary. Some customers even reported feeling sick shortly after eating the Double Down Dog, probably from the pure amount of grease and fat that the food item contains.
Oh no! I think I've had too much!
Starbucks Unicorn Frappucino.
Tastes like I French kissed Tinkerbell.
The Unicorn Frappuccino from Starbucks really blew up on social media in the spring of 2017. The colors made for a really cool picture, and social media influencers definitely took advantage of that fact during the heydays of this drink. In reality, a lot of consumers reported that it really didn't taste that great. Some saying it tasted like birthday cake with a sour flavor to it, and the Starbucks baristas hated making it. It was also criticized by health organizations because of the absolutely ridiculous amount of sugar that this drink contained. One 24-ounce Unicorn Frappuccino contains 76 grams of sugar, which is at least 40 grams more than the recommended daily sugar intake for the average person.
That's a color I can only describe of as tumor.
The multicolored drink looked cool for pictures, but this particular Starbucks creation pushed it way too far with the number of empty calories and sugar in even one of these beverages. Despite the obvious general health reasons to avoid this drink, it was super popular, and even major news outlets reported on this multicolored craze, even if its popularity was mostly based on the way it looked rather than the way it tasted.
I wish I was dead.
The Arby's Arbynator.
It's alive!
Arby's has found a way to combine your sandwich with your side, and it is called the Arbynator. The Arbynator is a simple concept. You take a regular Arby's roast beef sandwich and you add all of their most popular sauces to it. Cheddar sauce, Arby's sauce, and horsey sauce. But it doesn't just end in a pile of roast beef with 3 sauces. This over-the-top sandwich also includes a pile of their signature curly fries in between the buns. So now you can eat both your sandwich and your fries all in one go. This roast beef monstrosity also comes in half-pound and double sizes, just in case a regular-sized roast beef sandwich with curly fries on it wasn't enough for you.
Hasta la vista, baby.
This item is unnecessary, probably for a multitude of reasons, but the most glaringly obvious reason is you could easily just make the combination yourself if you really wanted to by simply ordering your choice of Arby sandwich, making it a combo with curly fries, and sticking your fries on the sandwich. If you really want fries on your sandwich, doing it yourself makes it so you can create your own fry and sandwich combinations with any available Arby's sandwich. In the end, there really was no real reason for Arby's to ever make this a menu item.
I'll be back.
Burger King Stuffed Steakhouse Burger. This was a limited-time menu item offered by Burger King, and it's exactly what the name suggests. A hamburger made with a patty that has been stuffed with other ingredients. The patty was stuffed with cheese and jalapenos, and promised a whole lot of flavor to consumers. From various customer reviews, the burger itself was actually pretty delicious, and they seem to have delivered on their promise for a tasty new hamburger. But the fact that this is a hamburger patty that is literally stuffed with a whole bunch of cheese makes it a bit overindulgent. Cheese has been used in sandwiches for a very long time, and it has always worked well as a topping in the traditional sense, but there really is no reason to stuff it into the hamburger instead of just putting it on top with the rest of the ingredients. Despite the fact that the traditional way of having cheese on a hamburger seemed to be working well, Burger King still decided to go that extra distance and stuff it into the hamburger patty. Though it doesn't seem like a necessary thing to do, it seemed to work out for the fast food chain, with many customers really enjoying the pepper and cheese stuffed patty. Sometimes things that were taken too far, such as the stuffed steakhouse burger, can end up going well for the fast food restaurants, despite the item being something super extra. Taco Bell Naked Chicken Chalupa.
Welcome to Taco Bell. What do you want?
Taco Bell is known for some of their more inventive menu options, including everything from French toast in place of taco shells to taco shells that are flavored like Doritos. But one of their more out-of-the-box menu options was the Naked Chicken Chalupa. This limited-time menu option swapped out the classic taco shell for a taco shell-shaped piece of fried chicken instead. This meant that you could order a piece of fried chicken shaped like a taco shell with taco fillings piled inside. Not only has Taco Bell offered this menu option on more than one occasion, they've also offered more than one version of it, including a spicy option for those who might like a bit of kick to their Naked Chicken Chalupa.
If you're Mexican, the meal's half off.
I think it's plain to see why this fast food item went just a little too far. Having a piece of fried chicken surrounding the already unhealthy taco fillings offered by Taco Bell just makes it that much worse for the consumer. Despite how over-the-top this menu item is, it has proven to be fairly popular considering Taco Bell has brought the limited-time item back on more than one occasion. Some people just seem to love their taco fillings being stuffed into a fried chicken taco shell. And though for a lot of us these may seem unnecessary, it's proven at least popular enough for Taco Bell to bother releasing it more than once.
Are you here to enjoy Mexican food, sir? Or are you here to play with toys?
Lucky Charms Shake.
Get off of me!
As if the sugar content in Lucky Charms cereal wasn't high enough, Burger King decided to add the popular breakfast cereal into a milkshake. In early 2017, the fast food chain added the limited-time Lucky Charms milkshake to their menu, and it's exactly what it sounds like. A milkshake made with soft-serve vanilla ice cream and bits of Lucky Charms cereal blended in it, along with a sweet syrup being added to increase the sugary taste of the drink.
Must protect sugar.
With this Burger King menu item, not only do you get the large amounts of sugar found in the cereal, but you get a bunch of extra sugar from the ice cream and syrup that are added. This milkshake is absolutely ridiculous, and though the cereal is much loved by all sorts of people, and Burger King claimed it did well in their consumer tests, this milkshake didn't prove to be as popular as they had hoped. Consumers gave the limited edition milkshake some bad reviews, meaning that not only was this a completely over-the-top menu edition, it didn't even go over well with Burger King's customers.
First you'll get the sugar, then you'll get the power.
Firecracker Burrito from Taco Bell.
We cooked the most flavorful burrito ever created.
This limited-time offer from Taco Bell doesn't sound like anything crazy when you first start listing off the ingredients: ground beef, rice, cheese, sour cream, and spicy sauce. Those ingredients sound like a normal burrito. Definitely something that appeals to those with a taste for the spicier things in life, but when you hear the special ingredient in this burrito, you'll realize just how over-the-top it really is. Taco Bell decided the missing ingredient in this dish was cayenne pepper-flavored Pop Rocks. That's right, cayenne-flavored Pop Rocks. Someone down at Taco Bell decided that spicy Pop Rocks in a burrito was a necessary item to be added to the menu.
I just want a taco-rito.
even if just temporarily, and only in a few select locations. Dubbed Cayenne Popping Crystals by Taco Bell, they were a spicy spin on Pop Rocks, which came in a little package on the side of your meal. The expectation was you were supposed to sprinkle the Pop Rock knockoffs onto your burrito to add a little extra crunch and that cayenne pepper flavor to what is basically an otherwise regular burrito. It wasn't a very popular menu item because honestly it just sounds weird, so understandably it didn't sell as well as Taco Bell probably hoped.
Ooh, weird.
Tim Hortons Buffalo Flavored Latte.
Was she a great big fat person?
Tim Hortons is a huge coffee chain that is mostly known in Canada, but has made its way into other countries slowly as well. Typically, their menu items aren't super strange. Some of them aren't for everyone, but for the most part, they're just normal coffee and donut additives. Every once in a while, they get a little more adventurous with their new food and drinks, and it doesn't always work out well for them. You would think that they would know better than releasing some of the menu items that they have tried out, but sometimes companies just don't seem to understand their consumer base, and they miss the mark completely when it comes to some of their ideas.
Why did you let me do this, Lois?
One example is their Buffalo Flavored Latte. This limited-time drink was just way too far out of the box for most. Comprised of steamed milk, fresh poured espresso, and buffalo sauce flavoring, it wasn't exactly most people's idea of a delicious morning drink. It didn't go over well with consumers, and for a good reason. I don't think anyone has ever wished for a buffalo sauce flavored latte.
Oh, but I'm so sweet and tasty.
McDonald's McLobster.
Don't scratch the paint.
When people think lobster, especially when they don't live on the coast, they tend to think higher-priced, fancier restaurants. Not many people think McDonald's. The fast food giant tried to change the way that consumers thought about lobster, introducing their version of the seafood with the McLobster, which was a lobster roll served on a bun similar to a hot dog bun, and what they called lobster sauce. As you can probably guess, this menu item didn't go well for the company. The cost of obtaining the lobster proved to be a bigger challenge than they thought, and along with general supply issues, the McLobster did not go as planned. This menu item did not prove profitable in most places, so McDonald's made a decision to stop offering it everywhere at any time and instead decided to only offer it in coastal areas during the summer where lobster would be abundant and cheaper to source. The McLobster was very unnecessary, as most people don't tend to go to their local McDonald's looking for lobster. McDonald's really didn't think things through very thoroughly when they attempted to offer this menu item, meaning that instead of creating a new popular fast food craze, they ended up losing money and having to remove it from their menus, except in very select places at very specific times. Stick around and check out more of our great videos. All you need to do is point and click. And to become an official Babble Topper, click on the join link in the description below to find out more.